Oh, yeah. Good morning. Right, let's get started. Just giving your hands and your wrists, your elbows a good shake, right up into your shoulders. Oh, I don't know about you, mine are creaking and crunching. Okay, and then take it up. Take it out to the side. Right up into your shoulders if you can. Then we're going to take it up and bend your knees very gently, taking it easy with your back. And let's go around the circle again. Make sure you bend your knees and just take it gently until your back warms up. And let's go the other way. Lovely. It's as if you're swimming backwards. The whole shoulder blade into your ribs. I'm going to be mean this morning, both together. Oh, it really gets into that tension in your shoulder blades, your heart protector point. Lovely. Now take them forward, one at a time. Feel your ribs moving. Now lift them up, breathe in. Lovely, that's better. And again. And then give yourself a pat on the back. Just letting your arms open a bit. Excellent. And then just swinging, really relaxed. And then just a bit of a bend of your knees. Now only come down as far as your body's happy to today. But make sure you bend your knees and it's a nice flowing movement. Excellent. Now take your arm out, leg out, excuse me, back together. So just coming out and out. Nice big movements to warm us up. And then just swinging your arms. Stretch through your leg. And we're going to travel. So round and again. And let's do one more. Lovely. Very good. Okay, taking a nice stretch over your head. Nice. Engage your core just so you support your back. That's it. And then take your hand across your body, pushing through. I want you to turn your feet so you're turning right around. So pick your feet up. That way it's quite safe for your knees. Excellent. Coming back to the center, feet quite wide. Make sure your knees are going directly over your feet. A little bit of tension in your lower stomach muscles. Take a nice bend and a nice deep breath. And again, so just starting to feel those thigh muscles warming up. And let's do one more. Excellent. Take your opposite knee to your hand. So nice and relaxed. And then if you're happy to, take it to your foot. Try not to come down to your foot. Get your foot to come up to you. And I'm going to take it behind. So opposite, touching your opposite foot. That's it. Lovely. Okay, let's warm up our back and our hamstrings. So keep one foot still. We're going to step forward on the other foot, reaching up. Stepping back, coming down and lift this foot so that you feel a stretch in the back of your thigh. And just raising your arms so you get a bit of a stretch through your back. And then coming up, stretch through that spine and coming down. And we'll do another one. Oh, my voice. And we'll hold this one a little bit longer. And then one more on this side. Excellent. Coming up, let's do the other side. So swap feet. You want to step forward, this time open through your chest. Stepping back again, lift that foot, arms come a bit wider. And again, opening and coming down. And another, lovely. It's lovely to see you all in unison doing this. You're actually all in time, you know. Last one. And coming up. Tai Chi movement. So a nice big figure of 8, lasso it round your head. So just swaying with that movement. See if you can get your body momentum to take the arm round rather than using the muscles in your shoulder. So it's momentum. Your arm is so relaxed. Momentum's just taking it right round through that full range in a lovely flowing way. Really good for your shoulder. Let's do the other one. So nice big figure of 8 and take it around. If you can get into a nice rhythm, it really frees up all of your subtle energy in your body, this one. It gets it flowing. Working strongly on opening that heart. Okay, both together. So a figure of 8. And then take them up. Take them down as wide as you can, nice and slowly. So feel your shoulder blades. Be really aware of them gliding down your ribs. And hopefully both together and coming down as low as you can get them to come down. That's it. So they've now repositioned. They should feel like there's a bit more space across your chest. Give your arms a good shake. And give those legs a shake right up into your hips. Shaking all the tension away. Whole body. I would like to do this Gong grounding exercise. So have your feet comfortably apart, nice soft knees, and we begin, just lift your arms, very relaxed, and push down through your feet, hollow through your back, and you're creating a beautiful circle of light that you're surrounding your whole body with. Bring your arms through at your waist. Gather up a big ball of energy from the earth. And imagine you're just pouring it down through your whole body. It's going deep, deep into all the layers of you. Lovely. We're going to do that again. So just your arms pushing down. Hollow through your back. Lovely circle of light. Bring it through. Gather up a big ball of energy and let it pour down through. This time I'm not going to talk so that you can get the feeling of the flow. Lovely. Isn't that better? That's grounded. Okay, you just feel everything's fine. That's that quiet confidence that's grounded. Okay, what I want to do today before we do some stretching is just some tapping. Free up any blocked energy in the subtle energy channels in our body. So all around your head, because there's lots of meridians run over the top of your head. Just gets the energy moving, flowing and freeing it up. Tapping across your forehead down to your temples. Maybe I'll come closer, you can see what I'm doing. And now tap around the eye socket. So cheekbones, eyebrows. And then the release point for tension in your head and headaches. You just touch on the eyebrow bone, slightly into the eye socket, back toward the brain. I don't know if you can see where I'm touching. And you just press there. Now, if you had a really bad headache, you could hold this for about a minute and it will ease. And then there's a release point for the sinuses just on either side of the nostril. And again, if you've got bad hay fever, you might do this more often in the day and hold it for longer. Just helps to get everything in the face moving. And then another point for the whole face, right at the very base of your cheekbone. So find the bottom of that bone. Sometimes we carry so much tension in our face and the muscles. Over 50 muscles just in your face alone. And often we notice in other people when it releases because they look younger. Okay, whatever is on our mind, we often carry in the muscles of our face and especially our neck and jaw. So we're just releasing some of that. Okay, coming down as if you have a moustache. So from just under your nose, coming down, small intestine, and then large intestine from your chin along your jaw to your ears. Just detoxing. That's it. Now, over the heart, thymus gland, your immune system. You can make a Tarzan noise if you want. Ah, okay, I won't because my voice is being damaged by the coronavirus and it's taking a little while to come right. So I'm not supposed to be straining it and I'm not allowed to sing. So I want it to come back. Now, just under your collarbones, just tapping. Lovely. Now make a gentle fist and just into this trapezius muscle. You can be quite rough on this one, especially if it's tight. And then we'll come down the lung meridian. So in line with your thumb, you just do 3. Just tapping as hard or as gentle as is right for your body, you'll know. And then rub that thumb and you just press on the base of the nail, just releasing that point. Then we'll do the large intestine. So these first 2 are very much detoxing. Press on just under the fingernail, coming up in line with that index finger. Large intestine, getting rid of what you don't need. Okay, now we're balancing the body. So we're coming down the center. This is to do with our energy and our metabolism. Triple burner. We have 2 detox, 1 balancing, and then 2 where we're replenishing when we're doing these. Give that middle finger a rub. Press on the base of the nail. Ring finger, circulation of all that's good in your body. So press on the base of the nail. Come up around the outside edge and right under to where your arm joins your body, around here. Yeah, it's where it blocks. You can see where I'm going, yeah. And then lastly, there's two, heart and small intestine. So come up the inside of your arm, go gently, in line with the little finger. One where we receive nourishment from the world, one where we receive love from the world. Okay, rubbing that little finger, and then there's 2 points, so press either side of the base of the nail. Now hopefully that arm feels a lot lighter than this one. So let's do the other side. Make your fist into trapezius. And then coming down in line with your thumb. If you learn this little sequence, you can do it in just a few minutes. You could do it every week if you wanted to, as part of your sort of health routine, I guess. You could just do it in the morning. Press on the base of your nail. Index finger. Press on the base of the nail, coming up. Once you know it, you can do it quite quickly. And then turn your arm over, coming down the middle. And give that middle finger a rub. Press on the base of the nail. Ring finger. I don't know about you, I'm getting warm. Press on the base of the nail. Coming around the outside edge. And then lastly, those two up the inside, in line with the little finger. Lovely, give it a rub. And then press either side of the base of the nail, 2 points there. Excellent. Okay, we want to just give our kidneys, just back of your ribs, just gently on your kidneys, give them a rub. It really energizes your body. In Chinese medicine, this is your zhong qi, your longevity qi. Keep it good and healthy. Okay, I want to do the whole gut. So we're going to start by the right hip, coming up right up under the ribs, coming right around. Careful on your bladder. You're sort of spiraling, covering the whole area. Keep spiraling round. And around your belly button, just do a few, because there's lots of acupuncture points. Relate to all different parts of the body. They're like a map of the body. We're just freeing up that energy. Okay, gallbladder, flat hand down the side of your body. Really good for immune system, energy flowing. You might even find this one makes you really hot. Real place for, especially up here, energy to block. Okay, get your knuckles into your buttocks. Again, this is where energy blocks. It's a good place for energy to block because we don't notice it. It can be responsible for some back tension. Okay, we're going to come down the outside of the legs. I want you to get into that groove between the muscles. So start up here on the hips. We're doing two here, gallbladder and large intestine. Coming down, round your ankle bone, along the outside edge of your foot. I'll move back so you can see. Press with your knuckle on top of your foot between the little toe and the next toe. And that might be a little bit ouch. Bend your knees if you need to. And coming back up here. And again, that gallbladder, large intestine release. We'll do one more. Especially around this bit just by your knee. That's where it blocks. And then press on top of your foot between the big toe and the next toe. Liver meridian. Again, that'll be a bit ouch maybe. And then coming up the inside of your foot, round your ankle, up the inside of your legs. Pay particular attention to the inside area of your knee. And coming up the thigh, all the way to the front of the hip here. Okay, you're getting quite warm. We're going to do that again. So press on top of the foot between big toe and next toe. And then coming up, all the way up to those hip flexors in the front. One more. And coming up. Now I want you with a flat hand just to work all around the knee. Top of the thigh, back of the knee, sides. And then lastly, the bladder meridian, which helps everything to flow. So flat hands up and down the back of your legs. Lovely, you're probably quite warm now, so have a drink. So all this energy that's moving now, all this heat that your body's giving off, energy's now flowing. Hopefully, you feel a bit lighter. It's absolutely natural and human for energy to block in these meridians. And so if we free it up regularly, it doesn't get blocked long term and start to cause physical problems. Okay, we keep the energy moving and flowing. Okay, what I want to do now is have a stretch. So we'll start with your calf muscles. So you want both feet, as much as you can, on railway tracks. So they're facing forward. Your front knee is bent and your back leg is straight. Pushing the back heel down till you feel a stretch behind the knee and that big calf muscle, gastrocnemius. Big, powerful muscle there. Then bring your back foot in. Your knee follows your foot and you push all your weight down through your heel. Okay, and there's a muscle, soleus, it's deeper toward the inside of your thigh and connects down into your Achilles tendon. So there's no weight on my front leg, just pushing down through my heel. Some people will feel this one more than others, partly the way that your ankle's put together and depending how much hill walking and stairs and wearing high heels you do, okay? High heels up the stairs, double. And coming up, let's do the other side. So both feet, as much as you can. It'll depend on the flexibility of your ankle, how often you have sprained your ankle. But as much as you can on railway tracks, pushing that back heel down till you feel that stretch in the calf behind your knee. And bring the back leg in. Knee follows your foot, that's important. Don't have funny angles. Pushing down, or you can come down like this if that feels better and you get a better stretch. So this front leg is just for balance. Excellent. Coming up, let's stretch these 4 big quads up into a couple of hip flexors. So find something to hold on to. Grab your ankle, grab your foot, grab your leggings, have a sock around your ankle if you can't reach. Knee and thigh next to the other one. You want to let your shoulder come back, your ribs lift. Once you have that position, that might be enough of a stretch for you to Just hold that. Otherwise, pull your heel back away from your buttock, keeping your thigh where it is. So don't pull your foot up. That's not good for knee ligaments. Pull it back. So you should get a stretch through your shoulders, whole front of your body as well as your thigh. And then push this hip bone forward. It's a very small movement, but you'll feel it move up into those big hip flexors. Lovely stretch to open the whole of the front of the body. Let's do the other side. So get your alignment. Knee and thigh, shoulders back, ribs lifted. Once you have that position, then pull your foot back and push your hip bone forward. Excellent, lovely. And release. We'll come into a forward bend. If you have a sore back, you're not so happy with forward bends, it messes with your blood pressure, you got problems with your eyes, just come down to a flat back position and then maybe rest your hands on a chair. Don't come right down or bend your knees quite a lot. Otherwise, bending from your hips, you keep your chin up, coming down, and just hold this flat back position. So you're really releasing in your hips. You feel some muscles in your back. And then coming down slowly, bend your knees a bit if you need to. Relax your head, give your head and neck a shake. So you're letting all the tension in your shoulders, your elbows, release into the floor. And as much as you can, I know it's strong on the back of your legs, just relax. Breathing into the back of your ribs. And then gently move from your left side to your right. And you'll feel all three of those hamstring muscles talking to you. Lovely. Now while you're down here, place your hands on the floor or resting on something higher, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to turn one foot to 45 degrees and we're going to let our knee follow our foot until we feel a stretch through the inside thigh. So I'm supported by my hands, or you could have your hands on something here, or if that's no good, you can be up like this. But the safety point, your knee follows your foot, and you need to be able to see your big toe. A little bit of tension in your core. If you're down here, just moving from one side to the other. So make sure you turn your foot before you put weight on that leg. So knee is following the line of your foot. There's no funny angles with your knee. And just move from one side to the other. So if you find that one side is tighter than the other, just spend a little longer. I always find my right leg is tighter for some reason. So you just work with your body. I'm going to do one more on each side. So again, just working in your comfort zone, but we want to give these legs a good stretch. And this is working a lot of those meridians. It's working your liver meridian, your large intestine, your gallbladder, bladder meridian, helping to just keep that energy flowing. Now coming down onto the floor and just sitting cross-legged. So we want to lift up out of the base of your spine and keep that lift by keeping your chin up. Opposite hands on your knees. So we're going to bend from the hips, coming forward as far as you can. When you reach your full stretch, relax your head, relax your shoulders. Close your eyes and just breathe into the stretch. So it's a strong stretch into your hips and across your lower back into your sacroiliac joint. Shouldn't be any hot burning feeling or any sharp pain. It is a strong stretch. And as much as you can, with your mind and your breath, Just relax and ease into it. Fantastic for freeing up your lower back. And we're nice and warm now, so it's quite safe to do this. You probably wouldn't do this first thing in the morning cold. But really will help to keep your sacroiliac joint mobile. So it's a funny joint, the sacroiliac joint. It's what's called a gliding or a fibrous joint. And it's quite a deep joint. And it needs to move. Joints need to move to keep the fluid and the blood flow, keep them healthy, if you like. And quite often as we get older, it locks up, especially if you've had any, coming up, you've had any back injuries. And it means that the pelvis and the back become, across the lower back, they become quite rigid. They don't move like this as we walk and as we run and as we move. And that lack of movement tends to put more stress on other joints in the body, so higher up in the spine and into the knees and maybe even the hip joints. So having good movement where your pelvis meets your spine, especially as you get older, is really important for keeping your mobility and for looking after other joints in the body. So this one, probably of all the things we do, is the best for that joint. A lot of people get arthritis in that joint as they age, so we really don't want that, so we're preventing that. So crossing the other way, lifting up, excuse me, lift your chin and coming forward. Make sure your knees are comfortable. If they're not, get them into a comfortable position, even if you have to straighten one leg. You also feel it releasing the muscles on the outside of your hips into the buttocks. There's 6 deep muscles under the main buttock muscles in your hips, and these little muscles stabilize your hips. And a lot of people, they become weak or out of balance and they lose their hip stability. And when this happens, there starts to become back problems and often knee problems. But they're quite small muscles and they're quite reactive. So once they get into the pattern of going into spasm, it's often hard to get them to not go into spasm, even if everything's back to normal. So this exercise helps to keep them moving, helps to stop those bad patterns, if you like. Okay, feet together. Draw your heels into your body. Lift through your chest, so looking after your spine, then push your knees down. So good, powerful stretch for that liver meridian. Liver meridian really helping to release frustration, irritation, anger, just okay? And because we've all been, our lives have been so changed and affected lately, there probably is, even if it's just a low level, a build-up of some irritation. Okay, just with life being a bit more difficult, more uncertain, some of your freedoms restricted. So we're holding this quite a while as I talk, just to release that tension in your body. And release your knees. Stretching your legs out in front. Lift up out of the base of your spine, keep your chin up. Breathing in through your nose if you can, out through your mouth. Go nice and slowly. Take your hands around your legs, breathing in. And I want to hear your out breath. I want you to really release in your solar plexus. So we're lifting that heart energy, heart qualities up into the throat. Really stretching that bladder meridian so everything flows in your body. Energy is flowing. Your hamstrings are really the key to things flowing in your body, in your life. So if you've got really tight hamstrings, there's something you're resisting. Okay? Something you're holding on to, something you're attached to, something you won't let go. So life will flow. Excellent. Take your right foot, place it on the outside of your left knee. You can keep this leg straight or tuck it under if that's comfortable. But importantly, draw this knee close. Then you're lifting through your spine. You place your right hand down close to your body so you can hold that lift. Breathe in, lift again, and only twist a stretched spine. So then turning round to the right, pulling this knee across your body, letting your shoulder open, and just breathing gently. I know your tummy is being squeezed, it's squeezing out that tension, getting a good blood flow into your organs. And you can feel it releasing those muscles deep in your hip into the outside thigh. So this one, doing this one straight after the flowing forward bend, whatever resistance to change was showing up in the flowing forward bend, this one is helping to release resistance to change. So it really helps us to let go of the things we're holding on to, the things we don't want to change. We're uncertain, we don't want to flow with what's going, what's coming, what's going as life presents itself. And then coming back round to the front, let's do the other side. So left foot on the outside of your right knee, tuck this one under. This is the important thing for your back. Pull your leg as close as you can so you're hugging it. Stretch through your spine, left hand down. Breathe in, stretch again, breathe out, turn to the left so that you are twisting a stretched spine. You're nice and warmed up. We wouldn't do this one cold. Really helping you to embrace change. Working strongly on your immune system and your lymph flow, getting rid of the toxins in your body. Stopping that, you can probably feel it working in that sacroiliac joint, stopping it locking up. Definitely stretching the muscles in and around, keeping them supple. And coming back round to the front. Well done. Untuck your legs. Keep your buttocks on the floor. Take your arm right over your head. And again. Excellent. Clasp your hands, turn them over, take them up, relax your shoulders down and bring your arms down nice and wide. Hopefully a bit freer than when we did this before. Feel your shoulder blades coming down. Make sure they're both coming down evenly. Lift through your chest. You'll feel a subtle difference. And then pull your shoulders back and down. Keep that lift in your chest. And then just gently take your head round to one side, back to the center, and round to the other side, back to the center. Lovely. Have a drink. We'll come up into Tadasana and do some work in the mountain posture and some work with the breath. So Tadasana, aligning your physical posture, aligning all your energy centers, your main chakras, aligning your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual self. There you go, all in one posture. So feet hip width apart and parallel. Look at a point on the floor. Keep your focus on that point as you come up on your toes, get your balance. Pull your core in a little bit. Lifting your arms, pulling your ribs up out of your hips. So keep looking at that point. Feel your ankles getting stronger. Feel those balance receptors working. When we have good physical balance, we find it much easier to have good mental and emotional balance. It's one of the reasons we do this one every week. And then lower your heels. Bring your arms and shoulders down without collapsing through your torso. Now, if you're a person who locks your knees, loosen them off. If your chin's forward, tuck it back. Otherwise, close your eyes. Just feel strong, confident, proud, standing in all your glory like a mountain. Okay, mountains don't hide. They're majestic and noble. And this posture brings out those qualities. You can't hide when you stand in Tadasana. You show up in all your glory. And now very gently rocking forward and backward, becoming aware of a point under the ball of your foot that connects you down into the earth and is a balance point, an anchor point. And then circling around that point. What we're doing here is we're bringing all of your energy that scatters with your thought. Energy follows thought, so wherever you've been thinking this week, your energy's gone out to those thoughts. We're bringing them home. Let's go the other way. Bring them back into a central core so that we can recharge your energy quite deeply from the inside outward. And then come to rest, lightly balanced over those 2 points under the ball of your foot. Now breathing into the top of your shoulders. As you breathe out, allow them to relax down away from your neck. Lovely. And again, I want you to feel as if your head and neck are floating upward. Now breathe from the center of your chest out across your upper back. Feel like your wings are opening, your shoulder blades are opening. And then as you breathe out, feel your shoulder blades come back down your ribs. Do that again. Really opening your upper body. Now breathe up under your arms, releasing the tension wrapped around your ribs. And again. This tension builds up and often we don't notice until we release it. Now breathe into the sternum, the breastbone. And take the breath into the space between your sternum and your spine to feel like you're gradually expanding that space. And now start to expand a channel down through the very center of you. Just feel like you're gently opening a space with the breath. If you can feel tension, just accept the tension and breathe through it. It will ease, but it won't if you force it. You need to just allow it to go in its own time. Now bring the breath down into your tummy. Place your hands gently on your belly and breathe into your hands. As you breathe out, your hands come back towards your spine. Slow, gentle breaths, but you haven't collapsed in your posture. Your posture is not held rigid, but you're standing tall. So there's plenty of space inside this big open channel for the breath. Down into this part of your body in yoga we call your hara. And it's the core of your physical body's strength, its passion, its fire, and its intelligence. Your physical body is extremely intelligent and intuitive. And you're just breathing fire into that intelligence, connecting with your body's wisdom. And now I want you to bring this lovely calm, this peace that you've connected to. I want you to bring it back into the room. So gently open your eyes, but keep that connection. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do some of EBR 2, Energy Block Release 2. So take your feet comfortably apart. We're going to make Brahma Mudra. 3 fingers tucked under your thumb, pointing the index finger. I'm the creator of my own destiny. Okay, bend your knees, cross your arms, breathing in. Relax your shoulders, breathing out. Cross a different hand in front. We're opening the heart chakra, really getting that energy to flow. Now all the meridians are clear. This one is even more powerful. There's a reason for the order we do these things. Really open, feel your chest opening. Even try lifting the chest forward as you do it. So you feel that a little bit more opening. Yeah, can sometimes feel a bit scary. Just work with your body. And one more. Release your arms, let them float down. Chair of the heart, aligning with your heart's intelligence. So we're aligned with body intelligence. Now we're going to align with heart intelligence. Take your hands to a praying hands position on top of your head. Or if you're not so keen on this one, go from here to here, okay, rather than here to here. So as we bend our knees, you extend your arms, tuck your bottom under, and feel like your whole body is like an arrow. And the central point is your heart. So take your awareness to the center of your chest. Breathing in and breathe out. Powerful alignment posture, this one, especially after Tadasana. So again, there's a synergy going on with these postures. Lovely. Bring it down, take your feet apart. We're letting go what we don't need. Quite determined. Breathe in what you need. Let it go. Breathe in exactly what you need. Right in this moment. Working with your breath, your body in a beautiful harmony. Do you know, if you just did this one every morning, you'd have a better day. If you just got up and released whatever you don't need, and you drew in what you need, you'll start the day in a really good way. Let's do one more. Breathe it in. Lovely. I want to twist our spine, releasing that deep tension. Bring your feet closer together, turn 1 to 90 degrees. Lift through your spine, relax through your shoulders, arms are out but relaxed. Turn your hip towards your foot, then your ribs, then your shoulders, all the way around until your back heel lifts off the floor. If you're feeling wobbly, pull your core in or bring your feet slightly closer together. So a lovely twist for your spine. And then coming back round, turn that foot last once the weight is off it. Turn the other foot to 90 degrees, lift, relax. Hips, ribs, shoulders, heel. And breathe. So again, really freeing up some deeper little joints in your spine, little facet joints between the vertebrae and the ligaments that get tight. And coming round, turn your foot. Do one more on each side and we'll bring the arms in. So hips, ribs, shoulders. Take one hand to your opposite shoulder, keep your elbow high. The other one into the small of your back. And breathe. And then coming back round, turn your foot last. Let's do the other side. So lift, hips, lower back, ribs, mid back, shoulders, upper back, and then your arms for just that bit extra. Breathing with it will help you to flow into the posture, into the stretch, and just take it there a little bit further. Just releasing the tension, freeing your body and your spine. Coming back round, turn that foot. Okay, let's open the heart. Free up the heart protector point and the shoulders. So notice that my elbows are really relaxed. I'm not rigid, I'm not like this. I'm relaxed. The rotation is at my shoulders and I'm opening to the back. So when my arms come forward, I'm opening my chest. When they go back, I'm opening my shoulder blades and my upper back. Really important if you're sitting a lot or you've been going through some emotional stuff. This, you'll be tight. Okay. Now we're going to wring out that tension. So look into one palm as you twist the other. As you come through the center, open, be really open, and then twist again. Opening up and twisting. And you'll start to feel any tension now. We've been working on the shoulders quite a lot today. should be freeing up. See if you can just get a bit more of a flowing, dancey movement going on there. That's it. You can probably feel your shoulders now. Well done. Take your feet apart. Knees directly over your feet. A little bit of tension in your core. Hands resting on your thighs. You're going to drop one shoulder into the center, looking up over the other. Coming back to the center, let's do the other side. And one more. On that side. And then the other side. You feel that in your upper back especially, maybe into your legs. Right, let's get a bit more into your lower back. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. If you need to rest them on something here, that's fine. You can still do it from here or from down here. Lift one elbow, lift your arm, looking at that arm if you're comfortable to. If not, look at the floor. So feel the opening through your chest as well as through your back. Let's come down and do the other side. Really opening. Quite safe to do this now because we're really nice and warm. You wouldn't do this one cold. And let's do one more on each side. If you want a bit more and you're quite happy to, you can place your hand on the opposite foot and get a bit more of a twist, but only if your back is happy with that. Otherwise, keep your hands in the center. And one more. Lovely. Bend your knees and coming up. Okay, I want to come down now and do the cat and the bridge. Really working on getting your spine moving today. So come down onto your hands and knees, or if you're not comfortable on your hands, go on your fists. You want your feet, knees apart, hands directly under your shoulders, and your weight evenly distributed between your hands and your knees. So the movement of the cat starts at the base of your spine, and you're going to tuck your pelvis under, arching through your back, drop your head, and then you take your pelvis back, slowly hollowing your lower back, stretching through the spine as your head comes up, but don't really drop in your lower back. And then tucking your pelvis under, we're going very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Drop your head, breathe out. Take your pelvis back, hollow through your lower back, head comes up, breathe in. If that breathing doesn't work for you, just make sure you are breathing. But really feel which parts of your spine are moving freely and which are a bit stiff. See if you can get it all flowing. So we're moving that spinal fluid up and down the spine, really hydrating and keeping healthy all the discs between the vertebrae, the nerves, and the bones and muscles. So probably one of the most important yoga postures we do for your back. Lovely. Finish the one that you're on and just give your wrists a bit of a stretch. This time we're going to do the same, but I want to work freeing up your hips and especially the sacroiliac joint and some of those deeper muscles deep in the hips and in the pelvis. So if your wrists are tired, go on your fists. You're going to isolate, so you're not going to move from your waist up. So you're just going to circle from the waist down, keeping your upper body as still as you can. And again, this is a movement that if we don't do it as we age, it stiffens up and we lose the capacity to. So work with your body and then circle the other way. And you might feel all sorts of muscles working, freeing up. We're nice and warm, so this is a good time to really make a difference. And now a challenge for you. See if you can draw a figure of 8 and you'll find some internal muscles. And then if you're clever, you can do the figure of 8 the other way. Okay. Lovely, well done. Let's come down into the bridge. So before you lie down, make sure your feet are hip width apart and parallel. Okay, just make sure you can see me. Lying down on the floor, get your lower back in contact with the floor. So just lift your pelvis, lower your spine down, and then slide your heels in so you've got a comfortable angle with your knees. Just notice how much of your back is touching the floor. Okay, we'll see if we can get more to touch. So we're going to go up in 3 stages. First stage, bend at your waist and just lift your hips. So you feel some muscles in the buttocks working. You'll feel the front of the hips opening. And then slowly lower your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time, using your core, using your stomach muscles. When your lower back reaches the floor, consciously release your buttock muscles and allow as many muscles as you can to release. And you'll feel your hips, your pelvis opening. That's stage 1. Stage 2, lift your hips, lift your ribs. So leave your shoulder blades on the floor. And you're going to slowly lower from between your shoulder blades, your spine down the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. And you're working against gravity with your whole torso weight. So you're really working the stomach muscles to strengthen them. Strengthen those core muscles. So keep lowering. When your lower back reaches the floor, again, release. Release as many muscles as you can find. Wonderful. If you're on the first 3 days of your period, you've got a bit of a sore back, sore neck, or not quite feeling 100%, just do stage 2 again. Otherwise, we'll come up into a full bridge if you want to. So full bridge, lift your hips, lift your ribs, tuck your shoulders under, coming up onto the back of your arms. Now we need to adjust our feet. So you want, if it's pinching in your lower back, you need to bring your heels in a little bit, take more weight on your heels, and release the buttock muscles. So strong on the muscles around your hips and thighs. Relax your toes, relax your fingers. Breathing easily in the top of your chest. Opening the whole front of your body, especially working to open the lower 3 chakras. Helping that heart energy come up into the throat so you can speak from the heart. Really opening. And you can feel quite a few muscles strengthening. If you've had enough, untuck your shoulders and start coming down slowly. If you want to hold a little bit longer today and you're feeling good, you can do. We're just going to do the bridge once today. So just work with your body. And your body will tell you when it's had enough. Be like, yeah, that's enough. Untuck your shoulders. Coming down nice and slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. It's like you're ironing your mat, your back down the mat. Lovely. And release. And hopefully now you can feel a good deal more of your back touching the floor as though tension has released. Just lie here for a moment with your mind, imagining that your spine is lengthening and widening across the back of your shoulders, back of your hips. So almost from your solar plexus, your body is opening and expanding. Releasing those patterns that stress and tension create in our body. Lovely. Okay, draw your knees up to your chest, give them a hug. Just gently rock from side to side, just freeing up around the back of the kidneys. And then stretch your legs out, stretch your arms overhead, pulling your ribs right up out of your hips. So you're as long as possible, like we did before Tadasana. But we've freed up our spine and our whole torso now. So you should be longer. Bring your arms down without collapsing through your torso. You should feel a lovely space in and around your organs, and the energy is flowing. Lovely. We're going to turn over and do a couple of stages of the Cobra now. So turn over onto your front, lying on your tummy. Forehead on the floor, hands stretched out. Everything from your waist down relaxed. And I don't want you using your buttock muscles or your legs, just from the waist up. So we strengthen these back muscles. So first stage, just lift your head. So working on postural muscles in your neck. So if you've been sitting at a computer a lot or driving, your posture's not so good, this will really help. Tuck your chin in towards your chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Once your forehead is parallel, just lower it to the floor, seeing if you can relax in your shoulders. Bring your hands a hand length closer to the body. And again, just lifting your head. You'll feel it more in those muscles right top of the back where your neck joins your body. Top of trapezius there. Tuck your chin under, lengthen the back of your neck. Really feel it freeing up. When your forehead is parallel, lower to the floor, releasing in your shoulders if you can. Bring your thumbs level with your eyes. Now push your tummy into the floor and just lift your upper body using just your back muscles. So legs and buttocks and hips are relaxed. You should be able to wiggle your legs, there's no tension. So you're just using back muscles and you can feel the strength in your back. And then tuck your elbows in and come up into the Sphinx. So you want to be feeling like the front of your chest is moving forward. And if you want a bit more, you can feel like you're pulling your hands backwards slightly. Close your eyes and just go into that point between your eyebrows, about an inch into your brain. Bring your awareness there. And I just want you to see the sun shining. So feel like there's a beautiful warm light, that sunshine energy. And now it's flowing out to fill your whole head and the aura or energy field around your head. And now it's flowing out to surround your whole body. Just clearing your energy. Bringing all of you into alignment with this wisdom that's deep inside of you. Now draw all that sunshine back into that point between your eyebrows and feel like it's flowing into your eyes. You bring this wisdom into the world that you see. Now we've been squeezing the kidneys, coming down slowly. If you've had enough, go into Makarasana. If you want to do another couple of stages with me, just listen to your body. The next stage, you bring your hands under your shoulders and you're tucking your elbows in. Now we're going to come up and bend your back. I don't want you to hyperextend, so just come up as far, keeping your tummy button on the floor. So that's important. Relaxing the buttocks, quite strong on your arms, but our back is nice and warm. So it's quite safe to extend it like this. Coming down slowly. If you've had enough, go into Makarasana. If you want some more, hands by your sides, palms upward. You're going to lift your whole upper body, keeping your palms, your hands on the floor and your buttocks relaxed. So you'll feel lots of back muscles and relax down. If you want one more, take your hands in front of you. And you're going to lift your arms and your shoulders off the floor without using your lower body. Just using back muscles, and you'll find so many back muscles. Just strengthening your back. Keeping your lower body relaxed if you can. And lower down, well done. Come into Makarasana for a couple of moments. So one hand on top of the other. Forehead on your hands. Take your feet apart. And turn your heels in and your toes outward. And take a deep breath and a big sigh. And just feel the tension releasing, especially around your solar plexus, around your hips and your knees. Feel your shoulder blades relaxing. So Makarasana will bring you into balance. We've worked the spine a lot today and we've gone quite deep into some of that tension. We've freed up our subtle energy and worked to align ourselves on all levels. So this is, Makarasana will just take all of those benefits deeper. So if you can surrender, that's all that's required. Just feel like you're breathing through your solar plexus, and you can almost imagine that you're opening up a channel down into the earth, and you're breathing out anything you don't need, giving that energy down to the earth. She recycles it, and then you can breathe in wonderful renewing energy, rejuvenating energy. So just feel like you're breathing with the earth. And even if you're in a building, doesn't matter if you're several stories up, if you mentally make that connection down into the earth, you will breathe in her lovely restoring energy. Now bring your feet together, hands under your shoulders. We're just going to stretch into the extended child, just to stretch your back the other way as a counter posture. So forehead down, stretching through your spine and feeling it especially through your arms, through the sides of your body. And then coming up, it's time for relaxation. You may be feeling a little bit tired, a bit, ugh. We've worked quite deeply to detox today and got right into the spine and worked a lot with your subtle energy. So you may be feeling a bit, oh, what have you done to me? That's okay. We'll have a nice relaxation that will help, and you need to drink plenty. Okay, so get yourself comfortable. I would highly recommend you do this relaxation today in Makarasana, in the Crocodile, if that's comfortable for you. If you prefer lying on your back or sitting up or lying on your side, that's fine. But you will especially get more benefit today if you can at least stay in the Crocodile for some of the relaxation. So get yourself comfortable. You want to be warm so you can relax. So give yourself permission. The next 20 minutes are a time for you to deeply relax, heal, and recharge. So we're going to begin by doing some deep yogic breathing. So this is where you breathe in through that channel that we opened in Tadasana, down into your tummy filling with air. Then you breathe out back along that channel, pulling your tummy back towards your spine, releasing the air. So as you breathe in, there's a real feeling of being open. As you breathe out, there's a real feeling of letting go. So we're flowing with change as we breathe. And remember, the breath is your life. It's your life force energy comes in. So breathing in, opening up. Breathing out, letting go. So just breathing in again as your body is ready. And breathing out. When we breathe in this way, we breathe deep into our lungs, into the bottom lobes of our lungs. And this is where most of the oxygen exchange occurs. So you're really filling, you're oxygenating your blood, you're oxygenating all your muscles and tissues and cells when you breathe this way. So you often don't have to breathe quite as often. You may have a little pause between your breaths. But I want you to really feel your whole body, to tune into your body as you breathe. And just notice how your body is feeling. Notice it as a whole. So rather than focusing on specific parts of your body, feel yourself as a whole. And as you breathe, feel like you're breathing into that whole. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out from the whole of you, all levels, as deep as you can go. So this breathing is not just a physical act of taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. You're taking in prana, life force energy. You're letting go tension, heaviness, fatigue, anything emotional that's bothering you. You're clearing your mind. As you breathe in, you're connecting with the joy that comes with that life force energy. The breath is connecting you to a beautiful flow that's inherent in nature and that we often feel removed from when our lives are dictated by what's going on in our mind. So come into your body. This is your body wisdom we're working with today. Really be aware. You can even place your hands on your tummy. Be aware of the center of power. This is like your battery. Deep down, just below your belly button, around that area. You'll find it when you put your hands there. You'll feel the power. Just breathing in, lighting that fire that's your zest for life, your creative force. It enables you to create a life that you love and live a life you love. Brings you back into feeling empowered, but also gives you the confidence to flow with life, to trust and know that what comes along, it's meant to be. It's for your benefit, even if you can't see it straight away. That life is just gently prodding you to grow, to learn, to become even more of who you are in every moment. And now as you breathe, I want you again to become aware of that connection to the earth. So just imagine that your body is lying on the earth, or feel the earth through the floor of the building that you're in. And feel like you're sending a connection deep down into the earth. There's a well of restoring energy deep in our planet and our earth. And we can connect to that. And now as you feel your connection to the earth, to our mother, to our home, our planet, I want you to imagine you're breathing with her. So as she breathes out, you breathe in. As you breathe out, she breathes in. You're breathing with her. A beautiful dance, a beautiful synergy that's easy and very natural. And all you need to do is just surrender, and it's like Mother Earth is taking you in her arms and restoring you. You are safe. And this connection gives us strength. It unites us with something far beyond our individual selves. It reminds us that we are part of nature, part of the cycles in nature. And this connection restores us on a very deep, fundamental level. We're in the sign of Cancer now, coming up to the full moon later in the week. And Cancer is about your home and your family. So it's not just your home and family where you live. It's about coming home to the place deep inside of you. Your spiritual home, your soul, yourself. It's about connecting with your home in terms of the planet. This is our home. She is our home. And it's also not just about connecting with your immediate family, but you have a spiritual family of like-minded souls. And you also are part of the human family. And we have a fundamental, deep need to belong to ourselves, first and foremost, to some kind of community that accepts us completely as we are, whether it's our family or our friends, and then to the human family. And even beyond that, to the cosmos, to the universe. So we're working powerfully now, especially with the base 2 chakras, with Muladhara and Swadhisthana. And moving up into the nurturing, unconditional love of that mother energy of Cancer, the sign of Cancer. Very much about being nurtured. So a deep relaxation is very self-nurturing. It's giving ourselves permission, saying we're important enough to spend this time. Coming into the wisdom of our body. So keep your focus down where your hands are on your belly. And now gently bring your focus up to the area of the center of your chest. And you might even want to place your hands there physically just to connect. And we're just connecting with our heart center. The place where we feel compassion for others. We can empathize with those members of our family, our extended family. We can be grateful for all the blessings that our mother, our home, our planet brings to us. or the blessings of other people in our life, we can be filled with immense love and gratitude. And just the joy of that life force energy flowing through us to connect and open this heart center. And now gently as you breathe, I want you to imagine the beautiful channel is opening between your body center around your belly and your heart center. And you might want to put one hand on your belly and one on your chest. And imagine as you breathe, this beautiful channel opening between them. So you've got this body wisdom, this body intelligence, and you've got your emotional heart intelligence. And we're just connecting the two. And now I want you to take your awareness into your brain, your mind, your head. And I want you to imagine it's filling with light, so it's just clear. It's almost as if you are sitting right at the back of your mind. And all the thoughts are, they're just coming and going, but you're sitting back from them. Your mind is becoming lovely and open and clear, full of light. So you're opening this mind intelligence. And then what I want you to do is I want you to imagine, you can take your hand and place it between your forehead, between your eyebrows on your forehead if you like. Imagine a channel is opening between your heart and your mind. So freeing up any blocked energy between these two intelligences. So your mind has connection to the intuitive intelligence of your heart, but you also have that wonderful intellectual intelligence of your mind. So a lovely channel. And now I want you, just place your hands comfortably wherever you want to, but I want you to imagine as you breathe, you're breathing into your body center and you're taking the breath up through the heart, up to your head or your mind as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, it's going down from your mind center to your heart center, back into your body center. So it's a cyclical breathing pattern that's just opening these channels. Just in your own timing, so it's natural and comfortable. And you feel like you're opening a core energy channel or a channel deep inside of you that connects these different aspects of you that are highly intelligent. So with each breath, you're just connecting your physical body with your heart, with your mind. And with each breath cycle, those channels are getting freer, more open, and the energy between them, or the intelligence between them, is flowing. And then just breathing naturally. I want you to go deep into the quiet place inside. It can help to let your hands rest in the mudra of empowerment. So your fingers are splayed and just touching left and right hand. Thumbs touching, each of your fingers touching their counterpart on the other side of your body. Just to go deep into that quiet place. So we now have access to all of the intelligence within you. And I just want you to ask of yourself a very simple question. And don't try and edit the response, and don't try and think about it too much. Just let it be as it is. I want you to ask, what do I need right here, right now? And the answer will probably come straight away. Probably the first feeling, image, tug of your heart. So if you have to think about it too much, that's just using one intelligence. We want to use all of them. So try it again. So ask into the space and then be open. What do I need right here, right now? Now the answer may not come straight away. It may come later today, in a moment when you're just relaxed and absorbed in something else. It'll just pop into your mind and you'll recognize it because it'll have a different quality to your usual thoughts. It might have come straight away. It might come in your dreams tonight or in the next few days. Sometimes it comes through other people's words or the words of a song, or you'll laugh when you see it because you'll roll your eyes and go, oh, yeah, that's what it is. But the fact that you asked means that you will be answered. And because you're now in a place where the very highest intelligence, all intelligences are in beautiful synergy and working together, it is a place where you can get quite profound answers that often when we're just trying to work it out with our mind, we're not able to access that kind of wisdom. So you might even want to repeat this relaxation later in the week, especially toward the full moon. And now I want you to take a nice deep breath in and just come back into an awareness of your body, lying on the floor or wherever you are in this room. As you breathe, just start to move fingers, toes, wrists and ankles, just slowly waking yourself up. Maybe stretching your arms overhead to wake up your spine. If you're lying on the floor and your lower back's a little stiff, just draw your knees up to your chest and just gently rock them from side to side, just to ease out any stiffness. But take your time. Coming back from a deep relaxation, it's important we don't do that too quickly. And then when you're ready, just roll over onto your right-hand side, resting, supporting your head. Just giving your blood pressure a little bit of a chance to adapt to the idea of coming up to sitting. So coming up slowly. Hopefully feeling lighter, refreshed, and quite clear and calm. Take a nice deep breath in. Circle your arms. And another one. Namaste. Now please do drink plenty of water after this class because we've worked quite deeply on lots of levels. And also the way we've freed up your spine, you can get that fluid right deep into your spine and really fully hydrated, which really helps its mobility. If you're still feeling a little lightheaded or tired, just get yourself outside in bare feet if you can. And just ground your energy. You'll come right quite quickly. Otherwise, have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.